health and wealth gospel. And so it goes. Everything from Playboy philosophy to materialism, astrology, scientism, socialism, all trying to get the American mind to be manipulated and motivated primarily to spend money. And often Christians are among those who get caught up in this because they have an emptiness that has not yet been filled with the fullness of Christ. And his fullness is what fills our emptiness. There are many false philosophies. They all share a common core. In his first paragraph of this section, the Apostle Paul outlines these characteristics of a seductive philosophy. He said, first of all, these philosophies are deceptive. J.B. Phillips translates this phrase through intellectualism and high-sounding nonsense. The word philosophy is not found anywhere else in the Bible. Believe it or not, it's not a Bible word. It's a reference to the highest effort of your intellect if God isn't in the picture. It's everything you can do, the best you can come up with if you don't believe in God. Philosophy is the love of wisdom, but in this text, it's the love of a kind of wisdom that X's God out of the picture. And the key word here is the word deceit, which occurs 18 times in the New Testament. And it's all about people trying to pull the wool over your eyes by saying to you, well, if you just knew what I knew, if you just had the knowledge I have, if you just been to the school I've been to, if you just were as smart as I am, you would know that there's much more to being a Christian than just loving Jesus. Not only is it deceptive, these kind of philosophies always claim antiquity. By that, I mean they always say they've been around for a long time. In the verse it says, according to the traditions of men. In other words, you need to believe this because, it's been around for a long time. It's older than Moses. It's older than Job. And of course, none of that's true. They made it up on the way to the conversation. It's relatively recent. But in order to give it credibility, they have to add antiquity, according to the traditions of men. And then it's demonic. This one you have to dig a little deeper. Gnostics were boasting of a truth according to the basic principles of the world. That's what it says. Now, the first thing you need to know about that is that's a little phrase that means the alphabets of the world. That phrase, the basic elements of the world, is often used to translate satanic forces. The expression usually argues that evil forces are in control of this doctrine and that these demons are trying to bring the Colossians back to the bondage that they knew before they became Christians. How many of you know that when you get saved, the devil doesn't leave you alone? I think you get more attention when you become his adversary. Paul said, this intellectualism that's coming at you there in Colossae, it's deceptive, it claims antiquity, it's demonic, and then finally it's enslaving. He says, beware lest anyone cheat you. Paul says if you're not careful, all of this craziness that people throw at you in the name of religion can actually capture you and take you away so that you lose all of the vitality of your faith in Jesus Christ. And he says, be careful that doesn't happen. Let me just say to you, if you're dabbling in strange doctrine, it wouldn't be surprising to me if there's more than one person here who's doing that. If you are listening to arrogant teaching that does not seem right to you, it does not ring true, it's not what your Christian friends and your family embrace, my advice to you is to run as fast as you can away from that seductive philosophy. Get out while you can. Get out before it's too late. Renounce anything that does not see Christ as everything.